Topic 3. Discussion, Visitation.
Good day everyone, good day ma'am, good day mga classmates. I am Rodney D. Pilibilio, the first report of the Group 3. Our report is all about visitation. My report is guidelines, details, procedures of visitation. Mayroon po tayong 9 na general guidelines. First is the visitation of child visitors of PLD shall be appointment only to avoid crowding in the visitation area. Ibig sabihin, ang pagbisita ng mga bata sa PLD ay kailangan appointment basis para hindi mag-crowd or para maiwasan yung crowding or pagdami ng tao sa loob ng visitation area. Tapos walk-in kids are allowed only if available slots. Pwedeng payagan yung mga bata kung mayroong slots na kung magpayag yung warden na papasukin ng mga bata na limited na mga bata. Tapos yung standard rule talaga is one parent ang magbisita tapos 2 bata lamang. Number 2 guidelines is must be accompanied by adult. Ibig sabihin, kailangan yung mga bata na dadalaw, kailangan mayroong kasama talaga na matatanda or guardian or parents or relatives kung meron. Kung wala talaga mga parents or guardian, pwede po yung relatives. And third is magkaroon ng search para sa mga bata na under 12. Kailangan sila i-search, pero yung pag-search ng mga visitor searches, dapat pag-search nila is dapat gentle, dapat ayos yung pag-search nila sa bata kasi siyempre bata pag gikuan yan maaaring magkaroon sila ng trauma. At saka yung natin is third guidelines is kailangan bantayan yung mga bata sa loob ng rehabilitation center kung ito ay dadalaw kasi baka makulit yung mga bata na dadalaw. Kailangan bantayan ng mga parents yung mga kanilang mga anak. And fourth na guidelines is safety and dignity of the child visitors. Female staff mag-search ng girl visitors. Yung mga staff na female na mag-search, kailangan yung i-search nila is babae lang din na dadalaw. Tapos yung sa lalaki pwedeng mag-search ang babae doon sa lalaki at pwede rin yung lalaki mag-search doon sa lalaki ng mga visitors. Dapat properly trained at sumunod sa jail procedures. Dapat yung pag-search ng mga staff is kailangan maayos, walang nalabag na batas sa jail procedures. And 5 is professionalism of jail personnel. Dapat magpapakita ng sensitivity, respeto at professionalism sa pag-search. Yun na nga yung sinasabi ko kanina, kailangan maayos yung pag-search sa mga visitors. Hindi minamadali yung mga visitors. Kailangan nasa maayos na pag-search para maging mas mabuti yung daloy ng pag-search sa loob ng isang rehabilitation center. Number 6 is no discrimination. Walang discrimination kahit ano pa yan, lalaki, babae, or LGBT, kahit ibang religion or anong gender niya, kung anong kalagayan sa buhay, mayaman ba o mahirap, dapat walang discrimination, pantay-pantay yung pag-search sa mga visitors. At basta lahat ng mga batang may kasamang guardian is pwedeng makapasok, pero limited lang. Our 7 guidelines, number 7 guidelines is sick children not allowed. Kung may sakit yung mga bata, ay pinagbabawal talaga na pumasok at magbisita sa PLD kasi baka yung immune system ng bata is mahina at magkaroon pa ng sagabal, kaya nga hindi pinapasok yung mga batang may sakit para na din sa safety ng isang bata. At number 8, guidelines natin is kids must be within eyesight. Kailangan yung guardian is yung mata ng guardian is palaging nasa bata para masubaybayan yung anong ginagawa ng mga bata sa loob. Baka makasira pa sila ng mga bagay doon sa loob ng isang rehabilitation center. At dapat yung mga guardian or parents or relatives ay dapat maging responsable din doon sa bata na bumisita doon sa PLD. At our number 9 guidelines, schedule for children visitation is usually once a week lang by appointment. Visit lasts up to 4 hours. Kailangan yung mga bata or mga dadalaw sa PLD is once a week lang magdalaw. At dapat kailangan ng naka-appointment or naka-settle na bago sila magdalaw. At yung pwede rin silang makadalaw kahit na ibang araw, depende kung papayag yung warden. And that's all my report.
Good day po, ma'am. My name is Ruel D. Pilubillo. I am the one member of this group. So my report is all about amendments to BGMP Citizens Charter on jail visitation. So number 1, visiting days are from Tuesday to Sunday only. Monday is a non-visiting day and is reserved as inmates wash day and for the maintenance and cleanup of the entire jail facility. So dito sa number 1, yung visiting days lang is required lang yung Huwebes hanggang Linggo. Sa Lunes, walang bisita, kaya required yung lahat ng mga PDLs na sa wash day and facility cleaning. So next is number 2, visiting hours will be from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. from Tuesday to Friday. No visits shall be allowed in the morning to give way to IWD activities. During Saturday and Sunday, visiting hours is from 8 a.m. to 12 noon and from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. But no visitor shall be allowed to visit in the morning if he or she already visited in the morning. So dito naman sa number 2, Tuesday hanggang Friday, pwede lang magbisita is 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Tapos sa Sabado hanggang Linggo, 8 a.m. to 12 noon, then 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. na naman. Pero kung nakabisita na sa umaga, hindi na pwede makabisita sa hapon. So number 3, visitors for each inmate should be limited to 5 hours or 5 persons, while for those high-risk inmates should be limited to 2 persons only. At any given time, the visiting time for high inmates is from 30 minutes to 1 hour only, subject to the discretion of the jail. So dito sa number 3, yung mga visitor ay may limits din. 5 visitor lang per inmates. Sa mga high-risk inmates naman, 2 visitors only, with a maximum of 30 minutes to 1 hour. So number 4, upon admission, the inmate should provide a list of his or her authorized visitors, including the pertinent data for their identification. So dito sa number 4, yung authorized visitor list, pagkapasok ng inmate, kailangan niyang magbigay ng listahan ng authorized visitors. So let's proceed to the e-Dalaw service through online video call. Dito naman, the BGMP launched the e-Dalaw service for all persons deprived of liberty to communicate with their loved ones, doctor, and legal advisor through social media platforms such as Facebook or Skype without leaving the jail premises. A PDL who wish to avail the EDALAW service may ask the personnel in charge for scheduling on the schedule availment thereof. The PDL may be given 10 to 15 minutes to communicate with his or her loved one's doctor and legal advisor. So dito sa EDALAW service, ang pwede lang makausap ng PDL ay ang kanyang family, doctor, lawyer, with the via of Facebook o Skype. Dito naman sa client steps, number 1, submit the letter of a request to the paralegal service unit. The letter will be evaluated and the requesting party will be informed once the request is approved. Processing time 5 minutes. Person responsible, paralegal jail unit. So dito sa client steps, step 1, mag-submit ng letters of request sa paralegal service unit. So pagkatapos mag-submit ng letter of request sa paralegal service unit, i-check ito at sabihin kung approve. Tapos processing time is 5 minutes only. So the step 2, wait for your turn until the time of the other PDL using the computer is finished. Start timer once conversation of PDL and relative or lawyer started. Processing time 15 minutes. Person responsible are paralegal jail, non-officer rank jail unit. So dito sa step 2, hintayin yung oras kung pwede na makapasok. At yung PDL ay pwede makuha ng 10 to 15 minutes through video call time with a supervised or paralegal personnel.
So, good morning, ma'am. This is the continuation of the report for Mr. Roel Pilobilio. So, jail visitation service or visitors registration. The jail unit allows visitation to PDL by any member of his her immediate family, medical doctor, priest or religious minister chosen by him, her, or his her council, or by any non-governmental organization duty accredited by the Commission of Human Rights and any international non-governmental organization duty accredited by the Office of the President. So dito sa jail visitation service or visitor registration, we have ito yung mga taong pwedeng bumisita sa isang taong nakabilanggo. So ang pwedeng bumisita lang sa taong nakabilanggo is yung kanyang immediate family, yung kanyang doktor, at yung pari or pastor. Then ang kanyang lawyer and accredited NGOs. So dito sa immediate family, no, ang pwede lang dito, ang may nakasaad rin dito na ang pwede lang din na bumisita. So dito sa immediate family, ang pwede lang din bumisita is yung spouse, fiance or fiancé niya, at parents, at yung mga anak niya. At pwede na rin yung mga siblings, grandparents, and yung auntie at uncle niya, pwede na din. So tapos itong nephews and guardian niya. So dito, no, is sa jail visitation is mayroon rin tayong mga requirements na dapat dalhin. Sa wife is marriage contract and one valid ID. And sa common law wife is we have two government issued valid ID, no, 2 pieces. Then sa parents, 2 valid ID rin, at sa children is a birth certificate plus 2 valid ID. Then sa siblings, same sa children, birth certificate, and 2 valid ID. Sa grandparents naman is we had 2 valid IDs, sa friend and relatives and 2 valid IDs, and pregnant woman prenatal booklet. So bago ka makapasok, need mo yun dalhin para mabilis lang ang pagpasok mo sa isang bilangguan. So pagkatapos ng checklist of requirements, we have client step na tinatawag. So sa client step for visitors, dito naman is may step by step tayo. Simula sa step 1 hanggang step 9. So step 1, new visitors. Sa naman tayo dito sa step 1 for new visitor, present requirements sa jail custodial unit. And step 2, sa step 2 naman, fill out form. So submit, tapos wait to be called for finger scanning or plus photo. So dito sa step 2 kumbaga maglogbook ka or mag-fill out ng form para tapos i-submit mo, then mag-wait ka lang ng tawag. Step 3, sign the visitor viewer, get a query number and wait for your turn. And step 4, mag-log in ka na sa biometric system. Then step 5 is submit belongings and food for inspection. So dito sa step 5 kapag may dala ka need pang i-inspect kung ano ang laman. Step 6, proceed to searching area for bodies, frisking, strip search or cavity search. Dito naman sa step 6, itong proceed to searching area is for adults only ito. Step 7, proceed to the visitation area. And step 8, after the visit, mag-log out ka dayon sa biometrics. Then the last is step 9, get personal checks the stamp on your arm before existing. O bago ka lumabas.
Good day, ma'am. I'm Remando G. Brito, and my report is all about visitation service. So, visitation service is regular visitors. The visiting room office will be responsible for compiling the regular visiting list for each inmate, and following shall be replaced on approved list after suitable investigation. So, ang visitation service daw, ma'am, is yung mga regular na bisita o visitor. Ito yung mga taong pwedeng ilista bilang regular visitor ng isang inmate. Ang visiting room office daw is ang nag-aasikaso ng listahan na kung sino yung mga regular na bumibisita. So, number 1, member of his family, immediate family, which include mother, father, step-parents, foster parents, brother and sister, wife or husband, and children. Under ordinary circumstances, there will be no question about placing such person on the regular visiting list of the prisoner or detained. So, immediately family, automatic, ma'am, na pwede na ilista ang nanay, tatay, step-parents, father, kapatid, asawa, anak, at wala nang tanong-tanong dito kasi sila ang pinakamalapit sa inmate or sa detained. So, second, other relatives, which include grandparents, aunts, uncles, in-laws, and cousin, who may be placed on the approved list if the inmate wishes to such visit. So, other relatives naman pwede rin isama kung gusto ng inmate na ilista yung lola, lolo, tito, tita, pinsan, or in-laws. Third is friends and association. The visiting privilege may be extended to friends and other relatives if it can be ascertained that association or friendship is genuinely constructive one and the inmate will profile from such contract. So, yung mga kaibigan ng inmate is pwede ring bumisita. Basta sigurado good influencer and positive effect ito sa inmate. At hindi rin pinapayagan kung may masamang history or negative effect sa conduct ng isang detained or inmate. So, B. Visiting period. In this regard, the warden shall be determined and prescribe the date and manner on how visitation service can be facilitated. So, visiting period. So, ang warden daw is ang mag-set ng schedule at paraan ng visitation, pero depende din ito sa jail rules. So, C. Frequency of visit limitation on the length or frequency of visit shall be imposed to avoid chronic overcrowding. A reasonable number of visit or of hours per visit shall be estimated consistent with sources available. Exemptions may be granted when special circumstances such as distance the visitor may travel, frequency of the inmate visit, of health problems of the inmate are present. So, frequency visit daw is may limit daw yung pagbisita o pagdalaw sa inmate. Pero may exception, pwedeng bigyan ng special consideration kapag malayo yung biyahe, matagal nang walang bisita ang inmate, at may health issue ang isang inmate. So, D. Visiting facilities. The visiting area shall be arranged to provide space for adequate supervision and adapted to the degree of security requirement. So, ang visiting facilities daw ay ang visiting area daw ay dapat may sapat na space, maayos ang supervision, at naaayon sa security level.
Once again, good day ma'am. I am Jobinson K. Apura, B-Scrim 3, and I will discuss visitations to PDL and Bucor or Bureau of Correction. First, visitation rights. Visitation rights. A PDL shall have the right to be visited by his or her authorized and registered immediate family members and friends. So, sa visitation rights is may karapatan daw ang isang PDL na mabisita ng kanyang immediate family, like kanyang parents, spouse, anak, kapatid niya man yan, or mga malalapit na kamag-anak. And then, visitor list. The Overseas Office shall compile and maintain a list of authorized and registered visitors. Upon the request of the PDL, other visitors may be included in the list after screening, interview, and approval of the superintendent. Visitor list is, ito na yung official na listahan ng mga taong pinapayagan pumasok para bumisita. Ginagawa at ina-update ito ng Overseas Office. Pwede ring mag-request ang PDL na magdagdag ng bisita, pero kailangan dapat naka-screening, interview at approval ng superintendent. Sa visiting days and hours, ang schedule is Wednesday to Sunday, 7 a.m. and to 3 p.m. Pero depende pa rin sa rules na pwedeng baguhin ng superintendent kung kinakailangan. Sa limitations on visiting rights naman is dito is may limitations kung gaano kadami o kung gaano katagal ang pagbisita, lalo na kung sobrang crowded or maraming sabay-sabay na bisita. Pero pwede rin nilang i-consider yung mga special cases tulad ng malayong pagbiyahe o matagal na walang bisita ang isang PDL. Okay, next is the visiting area. Visiting area is mayroon talagang designated area para sa mga bisita at para sa PDL. And dapat yung place na yon is convenient at safe. Safe para sa mga bata. And then may corrections officers, pero hindi sila dapat makinig sa usapan
o manggulo maliban na lang kung may security concern. Sa hospital visits naman daw is kapag daw ang isang PDL is mayroong malubhang sakit and nasa corrections hospital siya, pwede siyang mabisita kahit anong araw basta mayroong basta sa reasonable hours, and dapat kailangan may recommendation ng medical officer. Next is the conjugal visits. A male PDL may enjoy conjugal visits from his spouse where there are facilities available and under such conditions as may be prescribed by superintendent. Sa conjugal visits is kung ang lalaki ang PDL, pwede siya magkaroon ng conjugal visits kasama ang kanyang asawa. Pero depende kung may available na facility at depende sa roles ng superintendent. Usually ito ay para sa marital bonding and emotional well-being. And lastly, visit of legal counsel. A PDL may be visited by his or her legal counsel of record at reasonable hours of the day. Sa visit of legal counsel is ang isang PDL is may karapatan na ibisita siya ng kanyang abogado kahit anong araw sa reasonable hours, and ito ay para masiguro ang right to legal assistance niya. Yun lamang po at maraming salamat.